In the previous class, we have learnt about the behavior of DFIG in respect of the various slips and the bin velocity. And we have seen how the power flow takes place between the various units of the DFIG, like bin turbine side, grid side, and between the rotor and the stator. Today we will discuss about the dynamic modeling aspect of the DFIG. So in this analysis, that is dynamic modeling of the doubly fed induction generator, the following assumptions are made. So first thing is the system is assumed to have balanced three-phase generator winding is considered in a star connection. The second assumption is that the linear VH curve of the machine is being considered. So that ensures there is a linear curve between V and H. Core losses are neglected, which are consisting of eddy current losses and the hysteresis losses. So they are neglected in order to simplify the analysis. And machine parameters such as resistance, reactance of rotor and stator, they don't change with time, temperature and frequency. For the time being, of course they do change, but in the analysis we will not consider them as a function of the time, temperature and frequency. And then we will try to formulate the model of DFIG in natural frame, that is ABC frame, alpha beta as well as DQ models. So let us try to understand what is this ABC or natural frame of reference for the DFIG. So this is A axis for the stator and this is for rotor. Similarly, this is the B axis for stator, this is for rotor, and this is the C axis for stator, S for stator, and this is for rotor. If you see the representation in terms of the dot and the cross, so this is the AS, this is stator part, okay, this is AS, this one, and winding is placed on the stator. Cross means the current comes into the plane, so current comes here, it goes stator and comes back through the winding connections back to here, this one. And dot means coming out of the plane, cross means going into the plane. So we can assume as if it is a winding and the winding has a turns where the current enters and goes. It creates the ampere turns and the flux. So you can see here that current enters from this terminal and it leaves from this terminal. Similarly, we have representation for the rotor circuit. This is for rotor circuit, same structure, except that there is a angle of theta r between the AR axis and the AS axis. Since the rotor is rotating, theta r is changing. Okay? Theta r is changing like this, that it is given as omega r into t. So when t is equal to 0, theta r will be 0. When t is changing, then theta r is changing from 0 to 2 pi radians, and again it continues. Omega r is the speed of the rotor. So this concept is extended for B phase, as you can see here, and then you have a C phase. C phase. The corresponding windings are shown in this figure as well. For example, this is the B. So AS, this is AS dash, and here it is BS dash. This is BS, then CS and CS dash. For rotor, they are here. This is AR dash, this is AR, this is BR dash, this is BR, and this is CR dash and CR. Equivalently, they are represented by these small windings I have shown on the axis. So based on that description, we can write the voltage equation on the stator side. So for the stator circuit for phase A, B and C, we can write like this: VAS equals RS into IAS plus d psi AS by dt. Now psi AS refers the flux linkage. Actually this term comes as d number of turns phi AS by dt. So this is the total flux linkage divided by psi AS. And the rate of change of that flux is the voltage induced, you can say, which is opposing the main cause, that is the BAS. So it basically forms, this is resistive drop. Okay. So there are two components. This is the resistive drop, this is the reactive drop. The drop because of the magnetic part of the circuit. Alright, so similarly we can write for the second phase BBS equals to RS into IBS plus d psi VS by dt. And the third phase BCS equals RS ICS plus d psi CS by dt. So these are three basic voltage equations for the stator circuit. Now let us go for the rotor. Similarly, we can write the equation for the rotor. So as you can see, BAR is RR into IAR. So now we have a rotor resistance RR and the current flowing into the circuit is IAR plus d psi AR by dt. Then BBR equals RRIVR plus d psi BR by dt. And the third phase BCR equals to RR into ICR plus d psi CR by dt. So what is the change from this to this? The change is that we now have to consider the flux linkages of the rotor and the currents in the rotor and the rotor parameters and rotor voltages. Essentially, this is same as these equations, except the circuit is different. Now these two equations can be written in the matrix form. BAS, BBS and BCS. So this is the column vector for the voltage on the stator side, and then we have a resistance matrix into the current IAS, IBS, ICS. Obviously this matrix must be of 3 by 3 to form 3 by 1 matrix. So this resistance matrix is a diagonal matrix, in fact 3 by 3, this is 3 by 1, and finally the overall matrix is 3 by 1. This is 3 by 1. Plus d by dt of the flux linkages phi AS, phi BS and psi CS. I'm sorry, d by dt of psi AS, psi BS, psi CS. In matrix form, this is written as BABCS. So this represents the column vector of BA, BB, BC. And RS is the resistance matrix, which is this matrix. Then again IABC is the column vector IAS, IBS, ICS. D by dt of psi A, BCS, this is the psi A, psi B, psi C, and d by dt of that. So this is actually in matrix form. And this simple equation represents all these in one shot. Similarly, B can express for the rotor without much difficulty. So rotor, if you see that we have BAR, BBR and BCR, then we have a resistance matrix for the rotor. This is RR, RR and RR, symmetrical matrix 3 by 3. And then this is a IAR, IBR, ICR d by dt of phi psi AR, psi BR and psi CR. And similarly, we can write in very concise form using the matrix that BABCR equals RR into IABCR plus d by dt of d psi plus d by dt of psi ABCR. So finally, we have expressed the rotor side voltage equations and the rotor side. So finally, we have expressed the stator side equations and the rotor side voltage equations in terms of this matrix equation 1 and 2. Normally, when we analyze, then we use the machine quantities referred to one side. For example, rotor referred to the stator side. So this rotor equation has to be transformed to stator side parameters, and therefore the prime notation will come here or dash notation will come here. So B ABCR becomes B dash ABCR equals to R dash RR dash into I ABCR dash d by dt of psi ABCR dash. So dash or prime superscript denotes the rotor quantities are being referred to the stator side. And then these variables becomes like this, that BABCR dash consists of BAR dash, BBR dash, BCR dash. This is RR dash, and this is d by dt of psi ABCR dash. For the stator, this is BABC here. So BA, BB, BC column vector. RS is 3 by 3 matrix which has a diagonal elements RS, 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 and the d by dt of psi ABCS becomes d by dt of each flux, psi AS, psi BS and psi CS. After knowing this, we have to think of simplifying this term, and we need to express it in terms of the impedance parameter or circuit parameters of the machine. So flux linkages have to be related to the parameters of the machine using the self inductance and the mutual inductance. So if you remember from the previous studies that psi can be expressed as inductance into current by combining the Faraday's law and the Lenz law. If you combine the Faraday's law and the Lenz law, we will get N d phi by dt, which is nothing but d psi by dt equals to L di by dt. But in case of the machine, there is a mutual coupling between the windings. So M also comes. It depends upon the nature of currents, how many currents are there, and what is the structure of the machine. So this term now becomes like this, that this flux linkages psi ABCS equals to LS, some inductance matrix, into current plus mutual inductance between the rotor and the stator because of the rotor currents. There are two currents here. the stator currents and the rotor currents. So this equation signifies that n phi, or let us say psi, equals to L into I. Am I correct? Plus, of course, if there are two currents, then it will become mutual inductance into some other current, let us say I1 or I2, you can say like that in the circuit. Here there are two sets of currents. Because of that, we will have mutual inductances. So let the mutual inductance be denoted by MSR dash between rotor and stator. And this mutual inductance, so this IABR dash are the rotor currents referred to the stator, and MSR dash is the mutual inductance between the rotor and the stator, referred to the stator. On the stator side, we have a stator currents into Ls. So this is the expression for flux ABCS. Similar way, we can express the flux linkages of the rotor. The flux linkages of the rotor will be phi ABCR dash referred to stator equals to LR dash into IABCR dash plus mutual inductance between stator and rotor because of stator current. So IABCS, then MRS dash. I have changed the subscript. Here this is SR, this is RS. Here the stator currents are linking to the rotor. That term is basically MRS dash. And here the rotor currents are linking to the stator. So this is MSR dash. We can write in the same format as this equation. So first we will make as IABC as here. This comes here, first term, and this is MR dash prime, then LR dash on this side and IABC R dash. So then these equations become similar in format, first IABC, then IABC R dash. This is also IABC and IABC R dash. Fine. Basically what we are saying is this equation is in this form, that the flux linkage to the stator will be psi AS, psi BS, psi CS equals to LS sum inductance matrix into IAS, IBS, ICS, and then plus MSR dash, IAR dash, IBR dash, ICR dash. And obviously the nature of these matrix must be 3 by 3 to form the variable of 3 by 1. This is 3 by 1. This inductance matrix can be written as here LSAA, LSAB, LSAC, LSBA, BB, BC, CA, CB and CC. Please correct it. This is CC. These will be the elements of the L matrix. And similarly, the mutual inductance matrix will be having these kind of elements like MSR, AA, AB, AC, BA, BB, BC and CA, CB and CC. Now let us look the elements of this matrix. Okay, so what is LSAA? LSAA is nothing but the flux linkages because of the A phase current to its A phase winding, and that is nothing but the self inductance the leakage reactance of that binding, LS plus the mutual inductance LMS. A phase stator winding current links to its own binding is the LLS plus LMS. If you see the circuit of the induction generator unit, induction machine unit, you have seen that the diagram consists of like this. There is a R, S, then there is a LS, then there is a mutual inductance. This is L, M. So this LM is nothing but actually LMS. A phase binding. If you go from this to this, so this is LS, this is LMS, mutual stator. And this makes therefore LSAA. Clear? This is also equal to LSBB, which is equal to LSCC, because they are self-inductances of the binding current to its own binding. Now LSAB is the inductance arises because of the flux linkage of B phase current to A phase binding. BA, B phase current to A phase binding. So how much flux linkage takes place because of B phase current into the A phase binding? So as we know that the B phase to B phase is zero angle. So if the B phase current has the flux linkages which links to the A phase, the space angle is 120 degree. So this will be reduced by angle 120 degree. If you see the structure of the binding description as I have given earlier, the A phase is here. So you can see here that the B phase binding is here, BS you can take, this is for stator. So this is the B phase, BS, and its linkage to A phase binding of the stator. So A phase is where? A phase is this way. 120 degree cosine angle will come to take the distribution along the A axis binding, therefore cos 120. So cos 120 is minus half, and therefore it becomes minus LMS by 2. So this is the kind of a mutual inductance seen by the B phase current to A phase binding. Similarly, we can write for AC. AC is from C to A, you can say, or A to C, which is minus 120 degree. So this becomes again minus LMS by 2, because cos 120 is same as cos minus 120. Cos theta same as cos minus theta, so it won't be different, and therefore LSAB, LSAC equals to LSBA, because they are symmetric in structure in terms of the winding. So LSAC is same as LSCA, and LSBC is same as LSCB. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and 3 9. There are 9 elements, and therefore we can write this matrix as given here, that LS matrix equals to LS plus LMS. They are the diagonal elements. The other elements are minus LMS by 2 on either side of the diagonal element. So this is basically LS. In the similar way, we can write the equation for LR dash. Just we replace LS to LR dash. the rest parameters are same. So you can see here that the matrix LR dash equals to LR dash here small, and then others are, this is self inductances for the rotor side, and these are the mutual terms between the different bindings. That is cos 120 effect, plus minus 120 effect. Clear? So now we know the nature of LS and LR dash matrix, and also know that these matrices are symmetrical in nature. So you can say that LS transpose equals to LS and the LR dash transpose equal to LR dash. Then next term comes the mutual inductance matrix. Now mutual inductance matrix is because of the rotor winding currents and their flux linkages to the stator winding. As I said, there are two currents which gives rise to the flux linkages. First, there are stator winding current which are linking to their on winding. Then there are rotor side currents which links to the stator winding. So that comes the term mutual coupling, and hence MSR dash. So obviously the nature of this MSR dash will be like this: MSR dash, which is having elements MSR dash AA, AB, AC, then BA, BB and BC, and then CA and CB and CC, similar to the self-inductance matrix. Now we need to find these values by observing the orientation of the binding to which the flux linkages are to be computed. For example, MSR-AA. Now MSR-AA basically is the mutual inductance because of the currents in the rotor winding phase A to the flux linkages to stator winding of phase A to A of rotor. So you can think like that: this R belongs to this A, and this S belongs to this A. So rotor winding to stator flux linkages in A phase. If you see MSR-AB basically means that B phase rotor winding gives rise to flux linkage to A phase of the stator winding. Clear? And these can be found by observing their configurations in the space, their placement in the space. That you can see from this diagram. So this is same diagram, except I have simplified it, just saying this is A axis for the stator, this is for B axis for stator, this is C axis for the stator, this is rotor A axis, this is rotor B axis, and this is rotor C axis. And the angle between the rotor axis and the stator axis is theta r at some instant, let us say t. Then what is MSR-AA dash? The A phase current of the rotor linking to A phase current in the A phase binding of the stator is nothing but the mutual inductance, LMS. This is the RS, this is the XS or LS you can say, then there is a mutual inductance between these two. So this mutual inductance is what is the inductance between the rotor circuit and the stator circuit. This is LMS in fact. We have called earlier LM, which is also LMS, the mutual inductance between the rotor and the stator circuit of the same winding. So this LMS is the value of MSR-AA when the two windings are aligning at the same angle. For example, in case of the stator, if I had LSAA, then it is actually LMS. But since the rotor is rotating, so there is an angle of theta r. And cosine of theta r will give the effect on its mutual coupling. So MSR-AA, because A belongs to the rotor, the theta r will be the effect that will be considered to take care of the flux linkage distribution because of the rotor winding current. Hence we can write that MSR-AA equals LMS cos theta r. This is the angle theta r. And based on that, we can also find the other elements. For example, let us say MSR-AB. MSR-AB is the flux linkages or mutual inductance because of the B phase rotor winding current to A phase stator winding. So this must be nothing but LMS into cosine angle between the V phase rotor winding to A phase stator winding. Now you see, where is B phase? The B phase is here. This is the B phase of rotor here. And I have to go to A phase of stator. So I have to move from this to this. Because I am moving clockwise direction, the angle is negative. So minus 120 minus theta. This is minus 120 minus theta. For cosine doesn't matter, because cos minus theta is same as cos theta. Therefore, whether I move from this to this side or I move from this to this side, the effect is same. So this can be written as LMS cos theta r plus 120 degree, or LMS into cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3. So this is the value of M SR prime AB. Likewise, we can find out what is MSR AC. Now AC, I have to move from C to A, C phase rotor to A phase stator. If you move from C to A, you can see from here, C to A, we are moving from this to this. C phase rotor to A phase stator. So how much is this? Clockwise 120, then anti-clockwise theta, so minus theta r. So this becomes 120 minus theta r. You can see from here, AC is 120 minus theta r. And that becomes theta r minus 120, or minus 2 pi by 3. So this is the value of MSR AC. Likewise, we can compute the other parameters. For example, what is MSR-BA? MSR-BA is LMS, the main mutual inductance, into cosine angle between A phase rotor to B phase stator. And that angle is nothing but 120 minus theta r. You can see from here, this is the 120 minus theta r. A phase rotor is here and B phase stator is here. So this angle, okay, this angle, which can be written as theta r minus pi by 2 pi by 3. So this is actually M SR dash BA. What about BB? BB will be same as AA because the angle between these two axes is theta, same thing as theta r. This is also theta r. This is also theta r. So MSR dash BB equals to LMS cos theta r, which is also equal to MS R dash CC. What about BC? MS R dash BC is LMS into cosine angle between the C phase rotor and the B phase rotor. This is minus 120 minus theta r. So it becomes LMS cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3. Now as you can see from this description that the MSR dash CA equals LMS into the cosine angle between the A phase of rotor to C phase of the stator, and that angle is minus theta r minus 120 degree. If you see in this diagram, A phase rotor is here and C phase stator is here. So this is minus theta r because we are going clockwise and minus 120. So the net angle is minus theta r minus 120 degree. And therefore we can write that MS R dash CA equals to LMS cos theta r plus 2 pi by 3. In the similar way, we can express the MSR dash CB term, that is LMS, and into the cosine angle between phase B phase rotor to C phase stator, that is 120 minus theta r as shown here. This is 120, from this to this, that's minus theta r, which becomes LMS into cosine theta r minus 2 pi by 3. And MSR CC is nothing but LMS cos theta r, because we are looking the projection of C phase rotor to C phase stator. So this is the mutual inductance matrix for the stator circuit, which consists of cosine elements in terms of the theta r and LMS. In the same way, we can find the matrix MRS dash, that is the mutual inductance matrix for the rotor circuit. So that we will continue in the next class.